The state of consciousness that exists beyond this physical realm is our natural state of consciousness. We only enter this physical realm very, very briefly, and we do so more than once, by the way. I'm going to digress for a second, but it's just as easy for a soul to be born twice into this world, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, as it is for a soul to be born just once. You don't go to school just one day. You don't go to school for just one school year. It's the same thing with this world. The reason why we forget the natural state of consciousness of which our souls reside when we enter this physical world, the reason we don't carry that memory with us is because if we did, none of what we experience in this physical realm would feel real. It would not feel real. It would feel as if we were all just acting, and our experiences would not be genuine. Because you have forgotten the true state of consciousness of which you really reside beyond this life, your true natural state, because you forget this when you enter this world, everything that you perceive around you feels genuinely real, whether it is or not. It feels real. And thus your experiences are genuine. After you leave this life, it's like waking up from a dream and then remembering this was a dream and oh, here I am again. This is my natural state. It's very similar. We do this on purpose. We do this because our natural state is a higher state of unity, beauty, bliss, perfection. And if we resided continuously in that state, we would not be able to appreciate it. We would not be able to understand the wonder of unity unless we subjected ourselves to the illusion of separation. Love is the power. I don't want to say it's really an energy or a power, but it is the essence that binds everything back together. It's what brings the separate parts of God, like you and me and the rest of the world, the rest of the universe, back together into unity. It's what draws everything back into its natural state. For example, if you've ever loved a person, genuinely loved another soul, you can easily see yourself as giving that soul everything that you are someday. Every experience that you've ever had, imagine giving it to another soul. Imagine giving the essence of what you are to another soul, so that that other soul then perceives your experiences as its experiences. And then what if that soul did the same thing with another? And then that soul did the same thing with another. Everything then begins to emerge back into a state of oneness and unity. That's what we're heading for, and that's what love is. Without love, you would not want to give yourself, your experiences, everything you are to another part of God. It's the joining of everything back into oneness. That is what love is. Forgiveness is very important. The reason why is because when people or life hurts you deeply and you feel anger or sadness or negativity over it, you then imagine yourself giving all of your soul to that person who has hurt you. You probably don't want to. And thus the parts of God that are then unaware of their unity remain in that state. And remaining in that state of separation is what religions call being damned, I guess. Because you can't return back into the state of unity. You can't do that without forgiving the other parts of God who have wronged you in this world. Reality is they were ignorant too. And just like you have forgotten your natural state of unity, they have too. They were so deeply steeped in illusion that they saw you as so separate from themselves that they then could wrong you or hurt you. Now you've done the same thing to others. That's one reason why it's so important that we forgive. And that's why the Masters teach us to forgive. Forgiveness is a form of love. And love is what brings us all back into a conscious state of unity, which is our natural state. Beyond this life, there are many states that are above the physical, where unity is greater and greater and greater until finally it reaches the pinnacle of consciousness, where all things are one thing again. In the astral realm beyond this life, immediately above the physical realm, you and I still see ourselves as slightly separate, but there's more unity there than there is here. I want to tell you about people who are ignorant in this world, truly ignorant. They see illusion as the ultimate reality. They see separation as the ultimate reality. People who are along the path of unity, who have begun to travel the mystical path, begin to see other people as a part of themselves. And these people are often what we call altruistic philanthropists. People who are trying to create this physical realm as a mirror image of the subconscious memory they have of the higher realms. They want to create this world as a beautiful, blissful place too. This may be hard for some of you to understand, but this world is not designed to be that way. I'm sorry, but it's not. Nor will it ever be. I'm not saying quit trying to make it a better place, but I am saying understand that it's not going to be. That's not what this world is designed to be. It's designed to be a place that will allow you to experience the opposite of what your true natural state is. That's what this world is designed to be. That's why there is always evil in the world. There always will be some form of evil. This state of being that we experience in physicality is not designed to be a reflection of what we experience beyond this life. If it was, then we would have no need to come here. And that's what the Masters teach, and that's why the Masters teach the ultimate lesson in physicality is just mere acceptance. Acceptance of the good and the bad, equally. One of my greatest challenges in this life, and the reason why I sunk to the depths of depression and despair, did not begin to happen until I began to see the ultimate reality of unity. And as I, in my immature state of understanding this, beginning on the path of understanding this reality, I began to then see the other parts of the world, other people who have rejected me, other people that I have loved deeply that did not love me back, as other parts of God, or other parts of myself, my higher self, that rejected me. And that even hurt worse. And I think that that was because I was very immature in this understanding. And it caused me to feel rejected by my own self. Not my ego self, but by my higher self, which is you. Each of you in the world. I understand the state of unity. And because I began to understand that, I began to see the world as myself. And I began to see all of the pain and rejection and things that I had experienced in my life as a part of God that had rejected me. A part of my greater self. I am overcoming that now. I am overcoming it. That's why the Masters like Jesus, he was a master. Jesus, in the midst of his greatest pain, forgave the people that were hurting him. He said, forgive them, because they know not what they do. Now, I'm not biblical, and I'm definitely not a contemporary modern Christian, but I see the profound wisdom in what he was saying. At the moment of his greatest pain, while he was crying out, he was also reminding himself that these people don't know what they're doing, and he was forgiving them, so that when he returns to a higher state of unity, he'll carry that forgiveness with them, and once again experience the unity of what he is, which includes them.